What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? So here is my top 5 GTA inspired games. So coming in at number 5, we're just going to get right into it. GTA 5. What hasn't been said about GTA 5? The gameplay's good, the graphics on the generation that it came out on the console from the 360, and then especially when they transferred over to the PS4 engine, which made it even better. And even at night, and even some parts during the day, it gave you that creepy feeling, that creepy, like something's gonna come out. There's talk about ghosts, rat men, serial killers. You get to play as 3 antagonists. Yeah, the storyline's everywhere. The storyline is everywhere. But the game, in the end of the day, is just that good. Now, especially when I say it just gets transferred over to the PS4 engine, oh my god, you get tons of more stuff unlocked. Now, let's go ahead and begin with our number 4 entry. Coming in at number 4, for me, is Mafia 3. Mafia 3 is like GTA 5, but you have one antagonist. It takes place in the 1960s, before the 70s a little bit. This is the time during the whole Black Rights Movement, and after the assassination of Martin Luther King. It takes place down south, within the state of Louisiana. And the best thing about this, it's good. I love it. Now, I never played 1 and 2, but 1, 2, and 3 do tie into each other. Now, Mafia 1, I think, was released during the PS1 era. I do believe, from what it seems, or maybe during the PS2, but it seems more like PS1 era that it was released in. Now, the end of Mafia 1, with that famous cutscene where you go assassinate the guy that pretty much, turned on the family a little bit, but he wanted out. And that's how it pretty much is in that kind of lifestyle, in that world. And then you had the big honcho who really sent that order. From there, from GTA 2, which I thought was released on the PS2, from what it seemed, but it wasn't. It was released on the PS3. And one of the cutscenes where you go assassinate the person in the car at his house, that's the same cutscene that was in and Mafia 2. So that ties in, and again, the person that you're working for, that your friend ends up becoming a slave to, at the end of the game, is still the big head honcho himself. It was a bit of an asshole. And then with Mafia 3, it ties into that because you get Valito. Valito was around during Mafia 1 as a child in the background. Then Mafia 2 and now Mafia 3 is a little bit over guy, but he got it the worst. He got screwed over. But then you had the big head honcho in the end as well. And if you choose Valito for the end of the game to really take in charge, he gets his friend out of there. The guy that you pretty much ended the game with in Mafia 2. So Mafia 3, it reminds me of GTA 5. Now, granted, the mechanics, whatever. But I wish they had the GTA 5 mechanics in terms of controls. But other than that, it's a good game, and I recommend it. I really do. Now, coming in at number 3. That's right, coming in at number 3 for me is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. San Andreas was a beast when it flooded back in maybe 02 to 03. What has there not been said? GTA brought back the horror, mystery, myths, you name it, logics. Oh my god, was ahead of its time. GTA San Andreas is still one of the world's greatest GTA games. What can I say that hasn't been said? Even I love it. Now, coming in at number 2. That's right, Scarface. The World Is Yours is a GTA inspired game. GTA inspired game. This came out after San Andreas and after Vice City. The closest thing that we got to when it came to a Scarface game was Vice City. Scarface had graphics to go by, thanks to San Andreas. And Scarface, it's really good. And to those that may not have known this, believe it or not, Scarface Scarface, The World Is Yours, the game, was actually the script, but a bit tweaked for part two of Scarface for the movie that was supposed to be a sequel. Now, at the end of Scarface 1, I was like, well, Scarface died. Well, he really didn't, because there was a comic that the show or the movie with the game was really based off a comic or from a novel at that. He may have got shot in the back, but he didn't die. He lived. The people from Vice, not seeing that he was alive still, brought him back. And in the game, we pick up at the end, but in the book, we begin right at the beginning where he wakes up in the hospital into a little shack shed that you see in this game. And then the rest, plays out like it did, to where he gets his revenge on Sosa, and he even kills his ex-wife. So, yeah. Scarface, again, it was more of a take over turf type of game more than a mission game. But it was still a great game. Coming in at number one for me was GTA Vice City. I love Vice City. What has there not been said about Vice City? Oh my god. Vice City takes place in the 80s, which I love. It is great. It's the closest thing we had to a Scarface game. The music was on point. The lights, the blending with what it was at its time was really good. I can't really say no more than that. So there you have it, folks. My top GTA inspired games.